Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
The day started, and I remembered I promised Strhol I'd help him with the job of talking to that Sanctus that could possibly help his people, so we get going to find him. It seems Strhol did his homework, as we found him fast. He seems to know him, which surprised Strhol, asking how he does, which he replies that nary a soul in the kingdom hasn't heard of the great tragedy that happened to Halia, asking if he's come to reflect and pray. But Strhol responds what he's actually here for, asking if the people of Halia may use the vacant homes to stay, telling the saint about their current living conditions. But Hydron responds, getting to the point, asking why he would petition on their behalf, seeing it as no longer his duty to take care of them, adding that one's poverty is theirs to bear alone. Strhol's pleads fall on deaf ears, as he has no obligation to help, as he asks Strhol about his own circumstances, saying with Halia gone, he has little else to anchor him, asking him to consider restoring his house's glory before worrying about the rabble. With those words, Strhol sees the fertility in asking the saint for help, but he still is far from done. Suddenly, Hydron seems to recognize me, but Strhol tells him to heed no mind to me, apologizing for taking up the saint's time, saying with his back turned that the refugees are his people, and he will do everything in his power to save them. But then Hydron starts to stoke the flames, using some interesting wording, seems to have pity for Strhol, but he leaves before he could be antagonized. Back to square one, Strhol apologizes to Ragnif about Hydron's refusal to help, but Ragnif is fine with it, telling Strhol he needs to focus on rebuilding his great house, adding that he heard Stroll's been living off the generosity of the noble families who respected his parents, but he brings up inheritance. That word surprises Strhol, not knowing of it. Ragnif seems to suspect that from how Strhol was talking, saying that his father kept it separate from the estate. With those words, we have an investigation on our hands. Strhol seems to be interested though, unsure if it would still be there, seeming to want to go alone, but I won't let him do that. He thanks me and he seems he will face the ruins of Halia head on for this possible inheritance, as our bond grows stronger. Ragnif hopes that we find what Strhol's parents left, adding that his parents will be proud of him, but Strhol doesn't see that yet, as we head back to the inn. And during the night, I head to Brigida's office to discuss an assignment. Must be important, though apparently the assignment was taking care of a pet for while she's gone. Interesting. The only rule she has is no one is to know it exists. I ask if it's a vicious beast. She confirms it's not, asking if I know about the anti-Igniter crowd, adding that beyond them there are people who would jump at the chance to do an act crueler than killing her. The pup is a weakness waiting to be exploited, so she's entrusting me with it. I ask her why she keeps it hidden, which she admits that she likes pets, though it's my choice to believe that or not. She gives me a side threat and a warning, and decides to not tell me its name, so I'm gonna call it Mr. Dog. I'm bad with names. Anyways, we're playing and she notices that Mr. Dog is attached to me already, saying that I have some surprising skills, just like using magic without igniters. I ask how she knows, but she responds that she has to, as it could affect her business, adding about the archetypes we turn into during fights. Thinking about it, saying that it reminds her there once existed the ultimate magic, adding that the Hero King of Legend wielded a power much like it, but she doubts that I'll follow in their footsteps, being frank admitting that I'm bad for business, but that is why she wants to lend her powers. She sells igniters due to profit, but she hates them deep down. Alas, it's a world dominated by them. As long as you've got the coin, you have all the power you need. Wishing to help me break this wretched wheel, or if nothing else, it'll be amusing at least. She is very confusing, but regardless, our bond has grown stronger. With that, she wishes to pay me for my time. I don't think I deserve it personally, but she still wants to pay me regardless. And with that, I went back to the inn.